Biggest obstacle. What is your biggest obstacle when it comes to getting more leads and clients online? I was on a strategy call with one of my clients the other day, and something came up that I notice is quite often the obstacle that people have from getting more leads online. So the obstacles are the first things that I address when I'm working with my strategy clients. Like, what is stopping your leads from finding you? What is stopping your audience from remembering you, hearing about you? And just on this call that I had with my client, I noticed something that a lot of solopreneur, one-on-one service providers and creative service providers, something that comes up a lot for these people. And for context, I help people to increase their lead flow. I help people to get more leads online and have a greater conversion rate from leads into paying clients. So a lead is somebody who makes an inquiry about working with you. So when I was on a strategy call with this person, I always ask, what's the obstacle? Like, the obstacle is the way. When you find the obstacle, you'll find the logical path forward. The situation for her was like, she said, oh, I have no time to do my marketing. I don't have time. I don't have time to be posting. I don't have time to be designing marketing campaigns. I don't have time to be blogging. I don't have time. So that's true for many people. It's one of our most valuable resources, especially if you're working solo. Your main two resources are time and energy. Of course, money being a big one as well, but time and energy are very much something that you have to be very careful of as your resources when you're like a solopreneur or working solo. So to unpick that a little bit, I'm like, well, why do you have no time? We identified that it was from a couple of really bad fit clients that she has at the moment. So this is something that I talked about a lot last year, especially as a designer. There's a kind of a trend amongst creative service providers that they talk about nightmare clients. I find this kind of thought around nightmare clients to be very unhelpful because they're not nightmare. They're people, they're people who paid you for your services. I think the term nightmare client is very unhelpful and it's demeaning to like these people. But unsuitable and bad fit clients, that is a real issue. So for this specific client that I was working with the other day, she had taken on a bunch of clients all at once because, she'd had a lull in business and she was just taking whatever she could get at that time. But over the course of a couple of months, this client was always asking for more, was never satisfied, was complaining, was constantly calling her and emailing her, which is, if that's in your scope of work, if that's in your agreement, that's totally fine. But it wasn't in their scope of work. And she found, and there's two parts to this, she found that she was over delivering and going over the top, making a pretzel out of herself. That's what I call it, like bending over backwards to keep this client happy and doing more and more and more and more for them, which obviously just ate into her time. She had no time left because she was over delivering her ass off to keep this client happy. And the reason that she was doing that is A, she didn't have good boundaries in place. They didn't have a good scope of work agreement in place. But also, this person was never going to be happy. It was a really bad fit, not a bad person, but my client wasn't delivering a bad service, but they just didn't match, really just wasn't working. And this can be a real issue in your lead flow because the clients that you have to over deliver for will eat into your time, but not only your time, your energy. If you feel like there's a bad vibe or the calls that you have with them are draining or you are constantly worried about what they think, your resources of not only time, but energy will go way, way down. So it's not surprising that you don't have the mojo or the energy to show up online and to market yourself. So I'm specifically talking about people who work solo and people who deliver services. Your time and energy are like, you have to be very careful with your resources there. So the solution to this, and it's easier said than done, when you do need an injection of cash, if you have had a lull in your business, it's very hard to say no to clients. It's very hard to say, okay, well, I just do need this project, but red flag, so no. And it's very hard to do that. But when you get into a place of better lead flow, when you have enough inquiries each month, when you have enough of those people converting into clients, you're in a position to not be desperate for clients. And that's what I help people to do, to help people to get to a point of lead flow and good conversion with good fit clients, people who will truly benefit from the service that you offer, will truly appreciate it, and actually become an advocate for you. So this is another part of bad fit clients. Very often, like, I mean, almost everybody that I work with, they love the work they do and they want to do a good job, feel good to do a good job and to deliver a good service. And it also is good for business because your happy clients will go out into the world and recommend you. Bad fit clients will be dissatisfied with your service and they won't go and become an advocate for your services. So I'm going way longer than I had intended, but nightmare clients is a really unhelpful way to look at it. Bad fit, unsuitable clients is a more healthy way to see it and to have an idea in your mind of what a good fit client looks like. So we can talk about niching and ideal clients till the cows come home, but a good fit client is excellent for your business. A bad fit client will be a drain on your personal resources of time and energy, which sabotage how you can show up online and how you can be, you know, happy at work as well, get paid well to do the work that you love. So I'm running a free training called the Lead Machine Framework, how to get more leads and clients in so that you get a better flow of leads. And that will help you to avoid having to take on bad fit clients. So tap the link if you'd like to join. It's only live at the minute with no replay. We'll be running a number of these over the coming weeks. But if you do RSVP to it, you'll be added to my mailing list and you'll hear about subsequent training sessions that are coming. So tap the link to Lead Machine Framework, how to get a better flow of ideal clients so that you can get into this position of, the revenue that you need and to have great fit clients that make your job a pleasure and help you to scale up. All right, I'll see you soon and tap the link to join the free training. Bye.